Welcome, children. Today we're going to be going on a nice, fun little vacation. A trip across the world, in fact. So come in, hop in my nice van with no windows, and let's go visit one of the greatest areas in the entire world. I'm talking about North Korea. More specifically, the Korea Central Zoo. There are many great sights to also see while we're in North Korea, of course. We're going to be landing here at the Pyongyang Sunan International Airport. Thankfully, it's just next to our first destination, the ICBM facility. So just in walking distance, we'll head right on over. Don't worry about it. From there, we'll take a shuttle into Pyongyang, where we can visit the famous Kumsong College. I'm sure everyone remembers the school song for Kumsong. From there, we can head out and check out the Unification Monument and the supermarket, singular. Only one I can find in all of Pyongyang. But whatever you do, don't get hurt because the only two hospitals are just outside the city limits. Down here and all the way up here in the middle of fucking nowhere, because obviously you don't want those congesting the traffic in your city. And of course, the famous Re Dynasty Buildings film set. We'll be talking about a special documentary that they may have produced. But what is the Korea Central Zoo? It's an interesting place. It has over 5,000 wild animals, 650 species, but this has many attractions. There's elephants, which are all descended from a hero elephant, apparently, because everything in North Korea has been blessed by God himself. Oh dear leader. Given to Kim Il-sung by Ho Chi Minh of Vietnam fame. But they also have some famous animals as well. There's a newspaper that reports a parrot that can squawk, "Long live the great leader, Comrade Kim Il-sung," in English, of all languages, in North Korea, an Asian country. I also cannot find any videos of this. I would love to see this parrot squawk this phrase, but I cannot find it anywhere. It's such a damn shame. The Central Zoo also has dogs on display, and like just regular dogs, like Siberian Huskies, Dalmatians, things like that, like the Shibas, some other Jindo dogs as well, which is kind of like a Shiba, but specific to Korea. So they just have like regular dogs. North Korea does not allow for dog ownership, apparently. It's frowned upon. So if you want to go see like a dog, you have to go to the fucking zoo to do it, apparently. North Korea's dictator Kim Jong-un has ordered a ban on pet dog ownership. He believes it represents a tainted trend by bourgeois ideology. He confiscates dogs in the name of ridding his society of the so-called decadent influence of Western culture as epitomized by pet ownership. And puts him in the zoo. Whoa, what? Hold on. Is Sky News trustworthy? Probably not. Forced to give up pet dogs for restaurant meat amid food shortages? Okay, so he's not just putting them in the zoo. He's also giving them to restaurants. But it largely gets in trouble anyways. It's been described before as depressing and an uninspiring place. Best avoided. Don't let that stop us on our field trip, by the way. I know this zoo's best avoided, but we're still going to North Korea. And you're not allowed to see movies. You can't see operas, no plays. You got a zoo, okay? There's a zoo, the supermarket, and the hospital. And the hospital only has one needle that everyone's got to share. I don't know what you want, okay? This is a despotic, at its best, a third world country. But this place, and why I mentioned that film theater or movie production place earlier, there's a North Korean movie entitled Fighting Animals, which you can actually find online. I'm not going to show it because it's literally just animals in cages, as they say here. Different species fighting each other to the death. There's owl versus a snake, a bear versus a tiger, I think a lion versus a tiger as well. But you can actually find this online if you're hell-bent. I don't recommend it. It's just a bunch of animals, including like dogs, fighting to the death in a cage against one another. But it was supposed to be a nature documentary. I don't know what exactly their goal was here. Many of them were endangered species as well, apparently. So the zookeepers were complicit in the production of the film. You know, normally people who work to protect the animals, feed them and take care of them are like, yeah, just put them in there. That'd be cool. And they were being goaded on to attack each other. So not exactly great ethical practices. But of course, the star of the zoo is a cigarette-smoking chimpanzee called Azela, And basketball playing monkeys, doves that are part of a figure skating routine, and a dog who is trained to manipulate an abacus. Zayla, it's about 25 years old and just chain smokes. They claim she doesn't inhale while smoking, and I believe that. She puts it up to her lips to look cool in front of the other chimps. Even goes behind the shed and swears a little. She can light her own cigarettes by touching the ends to each other. Zayla's trainers support her smoking, providing her with supplies and encouragement. Yeah, you got this. Chain smoke those cigarettes, girl. I want to know how this got started. Somebody dropped their cigarettes and their lighter from their coat pocket in there, and the chimp just picked it up and was mimicking them. Or if they lit one for her and like pass it to her. Thankfully, I can find videos of this. Oh my god, that's loud as fuck. Shut up. This is a little bit ago when she was 19. So it's about a pack a day. Doesn't inhale? There she is, fucking chain smoking. What a... Can just fucking throws her butts on the ground too. I imagine she wind up starting her own fire. And then here's the other ones. The dog that can manipulate an abacus, which just looks like it's pushing over the beads on it. I wouldn't really call this manipulating in any way. It's not actively counting, it seems. And then the monkeys that can shoot a basketball. Look at that. Fucking LeBron James got nothing on you, boy. So thankfully those we can actually see. As far as I'm aware, parrot doesn't fucking exist. It's all alleged. Here's some of the animals. Deer, tiger, humans, a lion, some big old balls. Oh shit, they got woolly mammoths too, apparently. Can these seals just climb out? A white tiger hanging out next to a gigantic shit. Ooh, an ostrich. You can get right up to it as well, it seems. You can jump in there and fight the ostrich if you want. So it looks like there's some kind of reptile or dinosaur exhibit. And one of their sculptures is just another animal being eaten alive. Look, I get that it happens, but we don't. But typically, this is more for like a family event when you go to the aquarium in the zoo. You don't got to show off all the nasty bits as well. You know, we all know that happens in the background. What the fuck is this? Can you go up to those rhinos? I don't think this thing. It doesn't even look like it's cemented in concrete right here. Even here, it looks like it's coming out. I don't know that that's going to stop a charging rhino. If that thing gets pissed and charges you, I don't think this is going to stop it. It's a little worrying. And this might be the famous parrot that can squawk, "Oh, Kim Il-sung, you have the biggest dick," or something like that in English. I don't remember what it says. But there you go. That's the highlight of North Korea, the zoo. There's nothing else here. Okay, there's the ICBM facility. We can go check that out if you want. There's a documentary about animals fucking killing each other, being forced into it.